are spending more time at home and perhaps less time building connections with others.
Our social lives, they're an important cornerstone of good mental health. So how do we know if we're lonely? And how do we reconnect with others in this age of social distancing? Joining us now for Relationship Reboot, Dr. Shonda Craft. Dr. Craft, great to have you with us. Loneliness, in a way, it seems like it's an obvious concept, but many people think you have to live alone to be lonely.
Right, and we don't actually. We can be lonely in a crowded room or a crowded space. It's, loneliness is not just about how many other people are around you. It's really also a state of mind. And so when we're around a lot of people, but we don't maybe have the ability to make connections in the same way that we wanted to or that we did in the past, we can really start to maybe sometimes feel really unwanted or empty, and our relationships just don't bring us as much joy as they used to.
How does that then turn and impact our mental health?
Well, we know that we're social creatures. Human beings are social creatures. And so when we don't have that ability to make connection, or our ability to maintain those important connections is really severed, we start to feel more social isolation. So we might feel like we're lonely, or we're sad, or we're not getting up and getting out of bed. We don't really see a purpose to get up and move around in our lives in the same way. And so that can really start to devolve into depression and anxiety for some people.
How do you deal with this, Shonda? Because if you're feeling lonely, I imagine that your mental health is impacted in a way where it's not easy to reach out to a friend and confess it.
Well, and I think reaching out has taken on a whole new meaning.
Right.
And for some people who are much more interested in connecting face to face or person to person, body to body, we just can't do that as safely anymore. So it is really important to let people know that you are not feeling like yourself and that you are missing them. And I say this in particular to our people who are maybe working, but they're working in locations where maybe there's less people around, so they don't see their work colleagues every day, or, our children who are doing remote schooling and they maybe aren't seeing their friends every day. It is really important to acknowledge that you miss people and figure out a way to connect with them. If it's on a screen, great, but things that actually feel a little bit more intimate, maybe even like a phone call, could be better than a FaceTime or a Skype visit, because you also get to feel, it just feels more intimate. And that's really ultimately what we're missing a lot of in our relationships these days.
We know loneliness can happen outside of a pandemic, but it feels like this pandemic is exacerbating this issue for a lot of people. You just mentioned a phone call over a Zoom, perhaps. Do those have the same benefits mentally and physically on us than that face-to-face interaction?
Well, face-to-face interaction for most people is going to be much more rewarding and satisfying. But I think it's also really important for us to be able to figure out how to make some sort of a connection. Most of us are really trying to be very conscientious about keeping ourselves healthy and safe, and our friends and our families healthy and safe, our colleagues. And so anything that we can do to just remind each other that we're struggling, that we need to say hi, we need to check in. We're not having those water cooler moments. We're not having those playground moments. So we just need to remind people that, like, hey, I'm here for you. I need you to be here for me. And whatever is the best way to do that is probably going to be much more beneficial to our mental health than sitting alone.
Boy, it is so interesting how we have learned through this how important those sort of happenstance interactions are, the things that I think a lot of us took for granted before they all went away.
Absolutely. And the other piece that's really missing for a lot of people is physical touch.
Yeah.
We don't recognize how many times we might have shaken someone's hand. I know personally I'm a hugger. So it's been really hard when I'm at work to not be able to hug my colleagues.
Yeah. Miss the hugs.
Outside of my family, don't think I've hugged anybody in
this
months.
Thing isn't, that's nothing. The little elbow bump. I know.
Yes. So we have to remember that we need those really feel-good hormones to be released in our body. And so when we see someone else smile, we more are likely to smile and we feel better. When we touch someone, we're more likely to feel better. So reach out in any way that you can and just try to stay connected.
Dr. Shonda Craft, thank you.